Adam Clay, a former secret agent, is now a beekeeper who rents a space in a garage owned by Eloise, a retired school teacher. Despite both living alone, the two have formed a friendship. Eloise logs onto her computer and receives a virus warning. She dials the phone number, which connects her to a call center run by United Data Group, a phishing fraud organization. The center's leader, Mickey Garnett, gathers his workers to listen in as he speaks with Eloise. He dupes her into installing phony antivirus software, which connects to all of her accounts, totaling more than $2 million from charities she administers, and they proceed to drain all of those accounts. Eloise discovers too late what has happened and is left in misery while the scammers celebrate their deception. Clay visits Eloise's house after she invites him over for dinner. Upon discovering the door open, he enters and turns off the smoke alarm. He grabs a knife to investigate, finding a gun on the floor, and discovers Eloise dead from a gunshot wound to her head. Eloise's daughter, FBI agent Verona, happens to return home and arrests Clay, believing he murdered her mother. She questions him, and as the only suspect, Clay is taken away by the police. It is later revealed that Eloise committed suicide, and Clay is released. Verona discovers evidence on Eloise's laptop indicating that she was scammed and apologizes to Clay. Clay learns that this scam group specifically targets elderly people and has never been caught. Upon hearing this, he leaves and retrieves a satellite phone from his beehive. He contacts his old organization, the Beekeepers, seeking information on the scammers. After obtaining the information, he goes to the building but is stopped by two guards. Without hesitation, he swiftly subdues both guards within seconds and enters the building carrying gas containers. He informs the receptionist that he intends to burn down the place. Clay confronts the scammers, but no one takes him seriously until he beats up a man to grab their attention. He pours the area with gas, prompting everyone to evacuate. Garnett attempts to involve security, but they are no match for Clay. He then connects a bomb to blow up the call center the next time someone responds to one of their scam ads. Not seconds later, the place explodes. Garnett informs his boss Derek about what happened. They track Clay down, and Derek sends Garnett and a crew of men to Eloise's house to find him, and follow him into his garage, unaware of who they have provoked. Clay lies in ambush waiting for the right moment to eliminate them one by one, leaving only Garnett. In a panic, Garnett fires randomly. Clay subdues him and uses a bandsaw to cut off his fingers. Garnett escapes and calls Derek. Clay pulls him out of the car, straps him to his pickup truck. Derek overhears everything as he sends the truck with Garnett into the river. Clay then picks up the phone and swears to pursue Derek next. While Verona joins her partner Matt to investigate the arson, she is informed that her mother's house is also on fire. When they arrive, they discover 3 bodies, all related to the United Data Group. They suspect that all of this is connected to Clay. Later, Garnett's body is found by the river. Derek asks Wallace, the company's chief of security, to find out who Clay is. Wallace believes they are in danger upon discovering that Clay is a former beekeeper and informs Derek that he has just angered the wrong person. Wallace calls Derek's mother to inform her that Derek is in serious trouble, and she pleads with him to ensure her son's safety. He promises to do so, then contacts CIA Director Janet for assistance. With her support, they reach out to the Beekeepers to issue an order to eliminate Clay. Clay is at a gas station when a pickup truck rams into his car. Beekeeper Anisette, having found Clay and intending to kill him. Seeing the police car approaching, she opens fire, killing the police officer. Clay attacks her with a fuel hose, easily overpowering her. Anisette is no match for him. She pulls out a gun, but Clay disappears. Anisette then reveals a massive machine gun on her truck and fires wildly. Clay throws a jar of honey at her and sets her on fire. He then cuts off her index finger and takes it with him. After Clay leaves, the gas station explodes. Janet informs Wallace about the failed assassination, and the Beekeepers decide to remain neutral regarding the matter. She tells Wallace that they are on their own. Verona and Matt arrive at the gas station to continue their investigation. She finds a book about bees in Anisette's car, and Verona begins to piece together the connection with Clay. Wallace gathers a group of Special Force personnel and explains to them how dangerous the Beekeepers are. He orders them to kill Clay if he approaches their operation. Clay uses Anisette's finger to access a beekeeper base to retrieve information from Garnett's phone, and it leads him to the 9-Star United. He gears up and sets out. Verona and Matt meet Deputy Director Prigg, reporting Clay's next target. The SWAT team arrives at the 9-Star building, but Wallace's team is already there. The leader Pettis orders the SWAT team to leave. Pettis instructs the call center staff to evacuate in preparation for Clay's arrival. The manager refuses and calls Derek, who orders Pettis's team to leave, as it is their most lucrative place. As the team exits, Clay is already there. A guy next to him recognizes Clay before being thrown over the table. Pettis' team rushes in, unloading on Clay. He manages to escape through the door into the hallway. Pettis' team splits up to search for him. Clay handles them one by one. Then he encounters Pettis. After dispatching several others, the two engage in a fierce fight. However, Pettis doesn't last long before Clay knocks him out. Clay sets up traps, luring 6 people into the elevator. They all shoot upwards, but none of the bullets hit Clay. While they reload, Clay places a bomb on the elevator cables. Upon hearing a beeping sound, they attempt to escape, but the trap pulls them back in as the elevator falls. Clay returns to the call center, destroying all the servers, and coerces information from the center's manager using a stapler until he reveals a photo. Verona arrives and tries to talk Clay out of his revenge, but he is serious about finishing the job and runs away. Verona and Matt are shocked to discover Derek's photo. After Wallace learns that Clay has escaped again, he advises Derek to stay with his mother for protection. It turns out that Derek's mother is the president. Verona and Matt report to Prig that Derek has been using his mother's Danforth Enterprises data mining software to conduct phishing scams, and the money was used to fund her election campaign. Clay is after them. On the weekend, the president hosts a party at her beach house. Verona and Matt arrive. The area is heavily guarded by the assault team, and every incoming vehicle must go through thorough checks. Clay infiltrates from the sewer, using a skateboard to glide under a truck and hiding beneath it. When the Secret Service checks under the truck, Clay subdues him and stuffs him under the vehicle. Clay then disguises himself as a Secret Service agent to blend in. He quickly places bombs on the cars, then changes clothes and enters the house. Wallace and Derek recruit another team of mercenaries, led by a man named Lazarus, who claims to have killed a beekeeper at the cost of losing his own leg. Derek and the president sit in a room with Prig, who questions him about the United Data Group. The president is shocked to learn what Derek had done and how he used the dirty money to support her entire campaign. Clay intentionally lets Verona see him, luring the mercenaries and assault team outside. He pretends to comply but distracts them by detonating all the bombs. Clay grabs Lazarus's gun, firing shots, and then makes his way back into the house. He shoots his way upstairs, arriving outside the president's room, where Lazarus suddenly attacks him, and they engage in a fierce struggle. Lazarus is also very skilled. He stabs Clay. Clay kicks off Lazarus's prosthetic leg and manages to stab him to death. As Clay is about to blow open the door, Wallace tries to stop him, and Clay breaks his hand. The president decides to expose the truth and confess to everything. Upon hearing this, Derek takes out a gun and kills Prig. The door is blown open, and Clay enters. Derek uses his mother as a hostage. Verona and Matt rush in, attempting to stop Clay. When Derek is about to execute his mother, Clay shoots Derek in the head before jumping out the window. Verona approaches the window, aiming at Clay, then lowers her weapon and lets him go. Clay arrives at the beach, digs up the dive gear, and dive into the sea.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our other videos for more exciting content.